daddies, I miss y'all. I just finished periscoping for the first time. I had so much fun with you guys. This video is about being very selfish in your 20s. Now when I say being selfish, I don't mean like, no, these chips, I don't want to share my chips with you. I don't mean selfish like that. I mean selfish in your priorities. For instance, say you're going to school and you're just about to graduate, and one of your friends, one of your best friends is having a birthday party where she's going somewhere fun. You know it's going to be so much fun, but you know you have to study this weekend because if you don't, you're not going to pass and you're not going to graduate. Focus on you. Understandable, next year your friend might not want to go to your birthday party because you didn't come to hers. But at the end of the day, you've gotten your bachelor's degree or your master's degree because you didn't put your friends first. You put yourself first. Picking people in your life that are beneficial to you is not being fake. It's not being, oh, you only talk to me when you need something. This is what you should be doing in this time of your life. If you're going on a date with a guy and he says, oh, I live in LA and you live in Corona. And he's like, oh, come meet me in LA. Don't be ashamed to ask, are you gonna fill up my gas tank if I come to LA? No? Okay, then I'm gonna chill here. Don't be ashamed to hold stuff over people's heads. Like, look, I helped you out last time, it's your turn to help me out. You owe me, so pay up. At the end of the day, this is about you. This is about getting where you need to go. You need a goal. I'm 23 now. I'm sure a lot of you guys didn't know that, but yes, I'm 23 now. This year, October, I'm turning 24. By the time I'm 25, I need to be content. I need to be looking for a man. I need to be ready to settle down. I need to have organized my life. I'm learning how to, like, when I take stuff off, put it where it goes. Or when I take something out, put it back where it is. I'm bettering myself right now so that way the person that I find myself with, who I end up being with for the rest of my life, doesn't have too much work to do. You can see my leg in the mirror. For me to be successful by 25. You can't worry about boys. You can't worry about friends. You can't worry about your parents, your siblings. You can't worry about shit. It is about you. If your parents are acting shady, or if they're not trying to give you what you want, or if your boyfriend's not giving you what you want, if whenever you go on a date you have to split it, fuck that. Get some fucking food at the grocery store, make enough for a week, eat that shit, and don't worry about no dates. If he wants, he can make some food and come over and feed you. But at the end of the day, look, if you're not bettering me, if your money isn't going towards me, I don't want you in my life. Granted, you're gonna have some friends who can't do much for you, but they're your friends, you know? Or some family members who can't do much for you, but they're your family. When you have a talent that could make you money, don't say, oh, you're my friend, so I'll do it for free. And if they're like, why don't you want to give me a discount, you're my friend, then you ask them, why don't you want to pay me full price? You're my friend. If you're my friend, you would want to pay me full price. I have bills to pay, just like you have bills to pay. It's like you going to work at Ross or Kmart and you're like, hey manager, give me 10 hours pay instead of 8, even though I only worked 8. If you don't use me, if I say no, I'm not going to give you a discount, then what are you going to do? You're going to go pay the same price with somebody else, right? You could probably negotiate with them, but don't go past a certain price. I've been doing hair and makeup for 6, 7 years. How many times has my aunt brought me a customer? But she comes to me for the first time in 6 or 7 years, but give me a family discount. Where have you been going this whole time? And how come all of a sudden you need a family discount? There's a lady who is not related to me by any means, but she always gives me customers. Guess what? When I do her hair, she pays me whatever she wants. When I'm finished with her hair and she starts walking around doing her work or doing whatever it is, if someone says, oh, I love your hair, she's not gonna say thanks and keep walking. She's gonna be like, thanks. Oh, the girl who does it is, her name is Amara, blah, 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 blah. If you're an artist, if you make beats, video editing, whatever it is that you do, if anybody wants to use you, regardless if it's your sister's wedding, I understand it's your wedding, but this is also my job. I could just come to your wedding as a guest and I'll be fine with that. Or I can work at your wedding and I can film and I can edit after. But I wouldn't mind coming as just a guest and letting other people pay me who are willing to pay me. Hustle and be shameless about it. I got a little bit older and I realized, like, look, I do need to promote myself. I do need to get out there. I do need to talk to people. Like, you can't just sit in the house all the time. You've got to get off your ass and run around and talk to people and go places and do things that are going to benefit you. Don't do things that don't benefit you. If you're secure in yourself, what do you need anybody else for? People are going to start to need you. Think about your talents and think about if you can make money off of it. Turn yourself into a business, but don't sit behind a desk and complain that you're not getting paid enough or you don't like your job. There's so much stuff out there to make money from now. Use your car and drive Uber. People are always asking me how I'm able to travel. Oh, like, what do I do for work? I'm not rich. I don't got no money. Like, I'm always telling people I don't got no money. I keep my bank account at a point where if it gets below a certain amount, I stop doing anything. If it gets below this, I'm not doing anything. Amara disappears. Don't ask me for nothing. Don't, nope. Because I'm not about to push myself in a hole for anyone. Sorry, but I'm not sorry. So if I want to go on a trip, I'm going to look at tickets, and I'm going to look at the prices of the tickets, and then take that into consideration with the Airbnb and how many people are going. And then I'm going to be like, do I have enough money to support this where I'll come back and still be fine, or am I going to come back and be struggling? That's the worst feeling ever. So you want to put something aside for yourself from, even if that means that you get to a certain point and you're like, I can't go anywhere below this because I have a trip to go on next month. So yeah, I know what I can afford and I know what I can't afford, and I do what I can afford. As long as I'm paying my bills, as long as I'm fed, I'm fine. I don't need a Birkin bag. I don't need fancy things, because I would much rather pay for a flight to Dubai than to buy a Louis Vuitton bag. Some people are really fascinated by material things, which I don't understand. I'm more fascinated by seeing new things and having moments with new things and taking pictures with new things, whereas other people are just obsessed with having things that look nice and having new things that look expensive or are expensive. That's not me. I don't care for a $1,200 bag that can take me on a whole trip for a week to Jamaica. Your 20s are yours, you know what I mean? Don't let nobody take your time, your money, your energy. Don't let anybody take anything from you that is not pushing you a little higher. Now go out and have a blessed day, and don't forget, no drama should come from anywhere else in your life except for from me, because I'm your baby mommy and you're my baby daddy. Give me a kiss. I love you. Goodbye.
Ai, que vontade louca, difícil de controlar. Ai, que vontade louca, difícil de controlar.